This episode is brought to you in part by Uber Eats. Every time you sit down to watch the game, you find yourself getting a little hungry. Football and food just go together. Good thing Uber Eats has game day deals all season long. We're talking savings on your favorite eats and snacks, wings, pizza, chips, drinks, you name it. Whether it's from your favorite restaurant or straight from the grocery store, Uber Eats has deals on everything you need for game day. Get game day deals on Uber Eats. Order now.
Lowe's knows you put in the work all season long. Now it's time to celebrate the ultimate Sunday, Super Bowl 60. Shop in-store or online for everything you need to gear up for the biggest game of the year. That means Pit Boss grills for your outdoor setup, officially licensed NFL gear for your fan cave, new LG appliances for hosting at home, and post-game cleaning supplies for when the crowd clears out. Head to Lowe's.com/NFL to shop for your Super Bowl 60 party now. Lowe's, official partner of Super Bowl 60.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. It's a great time to apply for an Apple Card. You'll love earning unlimited daily cash on every purchase. That includes 3% daily cash when you buy the latest iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch at Apple. Through this special referral offer, when you get a new Apple Card, you can earn bonus daily cash. To qualify, you must apply at apple.co/getdailycash. Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Offer may not be available elsewhere. Terms and limitations apply.
Jordan and Jake.
I feel good. I'm excited, ready to go.
The home stops. He throws it across field. Guess who? Jordan Gross.
Here are your Panther Hall of Honor members, Jordan Gross and Jake DeLome.
Jordan and Jake podcast. Little well, I guess it's not postseason yet, Jake. We still got the Super Bowl, but it's postseason for the Panthers, and there's reason to celebrate. The Panthers have had a big week this week with an alum and a current player. Two big awards, Jake. Do we start with Luke Kuechly being a Hall of Fame linebacker, which is a shock to no one? Do we start with T-Mac being Offensive Player of the Year? What a cool time.
Jordan, it's awesome. I think we start with T-Mac, man. As we're recording this on Friday morning, certainly enjoyed last night. I watched the NFL Honors, every second of it. Watched T-Mac. I thought it was cool how they did that with the parents of the finalists, getting up there and just saying a quick little something about their child. And to see T-Mac and celebrate with his mom, I thought it was great. And certainly I kind of felt strong that he would be the one that would win this award. Tyler Shuck kind of came on strong, but I just think the body of work over the whole year put T-Mac ahead. And so that's awesome to see. Jordan, I know for me, if I think about it, I think Cam Newton was the Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. I think Luke Kuechly was the Rookie of the Year. I like that trend with Carolina Panthers being Rookies of the Year and how they continue on their career. So expecting big things, but I thought that was great. And just to see the excitement, saw Dave and Nicole sitting right behind them with the lei around their neck. Saw Christy Coleman sitting there with her husband. So, yeah, it was awesome, man. That was awesome to see.
Tedero McMillan, a graduate of Servite High School in Anaheim, California. Funny enough, I was at Servite High School recruiting this week. So I got to see where he did his high school career in a nice place with a lot of tradition. But no, Jake, we knew that T-Mac was special when he caught his first pass this year as a receiver. And we talked on this podcast about it at length. Like, man, he just seems so smooth, so calm. I know when we were in Arizona calling the game together, early the first month of the season, we're just talking about, man, he just runs such nice routes. He doesn't look like a rookie. He doesn't look frazzled. And I think at that point in time, you and I both thought it was highly likely that he could have been Offensive Rookie of the Year. Just such great consistency all year long. I know that Bryce Young has sure made a great connection with him. And I'm just excited. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Panthers. Great job, Dan Morgan and Coach Canales bringing him in. But, man, the future's bright, Jake. And this guy, the sky's the limit. Like you said, the Rookie of the Years that we've had in Carolina, they went on to do amazing things. And I love it, man. Just happy for him.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Jordan. And I can vividly remember you and I doing that game in Arizona, week 2, and he caught the dig route, right? He caught the in route from Bryce, and it was a great throw, right? He catches it, just snatches it out of the air, and he gets that long run, catch and run. And it's like we both looked at each other, and we're like, wow. Like, okay, you know it sometimes. When you see certain things, it's like, yeah, I anticipate seeing that for a decade, hopefully. So that was great. Excited for him, and excited to see what's next, because I think he knows, because he's pretty self-aware. There's a lot more. I think it's not a refined product. And someone that is going to get bigger and stronger. And he'll be great for us, especially on contested catches.
Well, what's next, right? So the thing is, this year he had 70 catches, just over 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Like, Jake, we can live with that every year. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need to now go out and have 2,000 yards receiving and 14. I mean, if he does, that would be outstanding. But he just had such a great rookie season that, like, if that's the standard of consistency that we can expect from him, I mean, that would be just unbelievable, and what a home run pick. I also have to say that he just looked cool in his acceptance speech, right? We had the lei around his neck, and he was so thankful and so complimentary and thanked his mom, and he just what a cool guy. Like, it's nice as a Panther to have such great representation up there. Just our brand getting some love, man. Two guys celebrated on the same night was just awesome, which takes me to our good friend, our co-worker, Luke Kuechly. Not a surprise that he got in. Kind of a surprise last year, maybe they didn't get in, but he made it in. And in his own words, like Luke said last year, it's kind of nice that I didn't get in because I had a trip planned when the enshrinement ceremony would be. So I think he knew not to schedule it for this year, but Jake, we've talked about him at length, right? Everybody says the same stuff about him, but there's just really no way to describe, if you haven't had the opportunity to know this man, there's no way to describe like how special he is. Obviously as a football player, but off the field, like, I just got to spend the next 5-10 minutes us just gushing about our buddy.
Well, Jordan, so I've got a few stories, and you know him better than I, right? Because y'all were teammates, and I've gotten to know him, I'd like to think, pretty well, and I'd like to think we've gotten close. And certainly, I'm a good bit older, but I think our love for the Panthers and what we do for them, calling the games, and how many times we talk during the week and how we're gutted if it's a tough loss and how elated if it's a win. We share that same spirit, right? But here's my thing. Whenever we call a game, right? So 2 hours before we have to go on air, we do a blurb, and then sometimes we head down to the field. But it's the second blurb. When I say blurb, we have to hit, okay? So it's about an hour before the game. We do our second hit, and then we head down, and we go and we watch the other team warm up. That's just kind of what we enjoy doing, because you can watch as much film as you want. To see someone in the flesh, it's just different. So I can't tell you, it's every single game. We're on the side of the opposing team, and we're watching them warm up. The players from that team, whether the ones that are warming up in uniform or the ones that might be hurt or the guys that are inactive, it's reverential when they walk by and they recognize it's Luke Kuechly. It's like, hey, Mr. Kuechly. And it's always Mr. Kuechly. I was such a huge fan. It's a pleasure to meet you. Every single week, and I'm not making this up, and it's like, oh my gosh, you were the best. I watch your film of you. I watch everything that you've done. It's every week. And, in typical Luke fashion, he tries to deflect right away. And what's up, man? And just starts talking to them. And I think that is the coolest thing in the world. And I know he's only been out 6 years, but just to watch these young kids, just how they revere him. And I think that's one of the coolest things.
Well, I've seen that as well. I was with him this year at the Monday night game at San Francisco, and Fred Warner hobbled over on crutches and beeline for Luke and was just so happy to see him, man, and just to be able to talk to him and all that stuff. He's almost disappointing. I think, to some of these people when they meet him, because it's like, that guy's Luke Kuechly. Like, that dork is Luke Kuechly. You know what I mean? Like, I laugh about how humble and how normal he is, but it's really nuts too, Jake, when you think about, like, okay, so he had 1,092 tackles in 8 years, right? Like one of the years, I think he played 10 games and still had over 100 tackles. And his whole career, Jake, was over by age. He retired at 28. Like, when did you become starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, in 2003. So I was 27. Yeah, 27 years old.
Your career hadn't even started,
right?
And Luke's was almost done. Like, and you think about his life too, like knowing him intimately. You know, like he's a close friend of mine. What a rapid pace of his life. Like, by the time you're 28, you've created a Hall of Fame NFL career. Like, everybody else that's 28 is just like finally getting a job maybe that has insurance.
Sam Darnold's 29, right? Sam Darnold, think about it. Last year and this year is when he's kind of for Minnesota, and then this year, think about that. And he's starting in the Super Bowl. He's 29, yeah.
Just getting going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fantastic how young you are. So I used to do Kick CF with Jordan Gross, right? It was a charity kickball tournament that every year, the Benefit Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. It was draft weekend. It was the Panthers versus a corporate team, right? So every year we would have the first round draft pick would come out and play in the game. So we did this for like 3 years. So it was Cam, and then it was Luke, right? And first time I met Luke, he came in, he got drafted, he came to the CF thing, and he hadn't met anybody. And he sits down next to me at this shade structure where we're signing autographs for fans. And so I'm like, hey, Luke, I'm Jordan. You know, and I was 31, I think, and he was 20, Jake, 20 years old, right? Like, no red shirt, 3 years in college, in the NFL. And I'm just like talking to him like I do teammates. I'm like, so you married or anything? Like, not real, like I didn't know really who he was. He's like, married? I'm 20. Like, I look at him, I'm like, you know what, you're right. You are like a little child. But then fast forward, that was in April, excuse me. Fast forward to the next July. He's beaten me on a spin move. I've told you about this before. The first time I blocked him in a team drill when he rushed the passer, he beat me on a spin move. I was like, okay, this guy's different, this 20-year-old. But no, just incredible, man. Incredible.
You talk about the spin move, but Jordan, I can recall a conversation you and I had, and it was Luke's rookie year, and it was during OTAs. And so you and I just talking, not even talking football, life. And I was like, well, how's it going? How's the young linebacker, the first round pick? And you said, Jake, you said, we ran stretch away. And for the listening audience, that's a run play outside if you're to the right? So you're running outside of the right tackle. Well, Jordan's playing left tackle. So Jordan has to try to cut off the backside linebacker. And that's where that was your specialty. You were so fleet of foot as a lineman, you could just go. And so anyway, you said, Jake, he said, I take off, and I haven't. He said, he grabs me by the back of the jersey, and he slingshot himself underneath for him to go get the ball carrier. He goes, he's too young to know how to do that. Like, you were shocked at just some of the little moves that he had. And then fast forward a couple of years, the Panthers are playing Seattle, right, in the divisional round of the playoffs. I might have met Luke once or twice whenever you guys would play in New Orleans. I'd go. So anyway, I'm the honorary captain. So I am on the sideline, and it's electric in the Bank of America Stadium. We're about ready to walk out for the coin toss, and so the national anthem is playing. He is standing in front of me, and he is swaying side to side. His hair is long, and he's breathing in like, and he's blowing, and his cheeks are getting red and more red, and just keep on, and he's going side to side. Then it's land of the free, and the home of the brave, and the plane, the flyover happens. He takes his helmet, he jams it on his head, he snaps it, and he hits anyone that's near him. And I'm like just dying laughing, and the players are running away from him like, oh my gosh, oh my God. And that was like, oh my gosh, he's literally transforming right before my eyes from Clark Kent into Superman. And I think he had a pick six on the first, second, or third play of the game. It was just, that was like, oh my gosh, that is the legend of Luke Kuechly. I just saw it live and in person.
No, it's just so fun. And like now in my new chapter I'm in college football and recruiting, I'm talking to all these linemen, and I use him as an example all the time. These high school linemen or guys on my team, I'm like, you guys, you can be as nasty as you want on the field. That's the beautiful thing about football. I got a buddy. His name's Luke Kuechly. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And then on the field, he's just a monster. That's the wonderful thing about football. And then like just how many, every single person you talk to, any significant quarterback, any defender, anybody, just it's unanimous that he's one of the best ever. I wonder what his like carrying capacity will be, Jake, for, there's linebackers, Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Singletary, Ditka. Like this, do you think Kuechly is one of the names that'll like continue to resonate forever?
No, I don't think. I know for a fact because
I agree.
You hear too many people talk, and it is. And listen, Urlacher, we all know, was a great football player. But even Ron Rivera, who coached Urlacher, I read it last night. I stayed up pretty late last night. Just I was reveling in the fact that he was going into the Hall of Fame, right? And so I was watching some clips, some blurbs, and then I read an article where quotes from Rivera talking about, hey, Urlacher was really good, but he wasn't Luke. Now, Urlacher was bigger, with every bit of 6'4" and longer, but Luke's the 6'2", 250, and he was a great athlete, could run, but he just talked about his instincts and how smart. You talk about how smart he is, his instincts, that's one thing. But the guy was, he wasn't undersized. He wasn't Sam Mills, this undersized field mouse. He was a man. But to hear him talk about that, and listen, it's Ray Lewis and Luke Kuechly. That's what people talk about when they talk about the linebackers. And so, man, that was so awesome. Jordan, I don't know if you got to see it yet, and I think it's going to be airing on Saturday, the knock, right? When the guys find out the knock. Yep. Well, they showed a blurb last night, and I can't remember if it was Panthers.com that tweeted it out or whatnot, but it was Pep. Julius was the one that was in his house. And I don't know if you saw it yet, but when Luke walked in and all of a sudden he realizes, and it's like he gets punched in the face, and it's like, what's up, Pep? And he can see everybody. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world because he knew. And then in typical Luke fashion, man, Pep, you're still big. It's just,
I know.
It was so genuine. That's not made up. Like, that is him.
No, I'm so excited to watch the rest of that. To get Pep to come and be willing to give that award to you. I don't mean that like Pep's not a like that he's not a great guy, but like that's an iconic dude right there to be the one presenting you. Not that every Hall of Famer is great, but others are like a step above. Pep's one of those as well. So, no, I'm just so happy that I got to know those guys, man. Like our time in Carolina has provided us with some incredible NFL all-timers. Like I got to be teammates with Cam Newton. I'm teammates with Steve Smith. You and I obviously are great friends. Just very, very grateful for the time I've spent in this organization and being a part of it, and just really happy that we've had this year kind of, maybe turning this into a recap. Just great job, Panthers. You know what I mean? Like, we're just moving in a great direction, man. I'm really happy. It seems like the organization is healthy. There's good young talent. We've got strong leadership. Everybody seems to be rowing in the same direction, and it's great to go into the off season with some serious optimism.
I couldn't agree more, Jordan. And as we're only 48 hours or so, 56 hours from the Super Bowl, you just think about it. It's like, okay, I do see that light for us. I really and truly believe that. I see that light for us that, I don't know if it's next year, but man, I'm telling you, if we can just continue in this trend of bringing the right people in, having some continuity on the coaching staff, keep developing, and these young players keep growing, like we can be a part of this. Because I think you and I being able to play in the Super Bowl, and you were able to be the sideline reporter when the Panthers went on that run in 2015 season. Man, it's fun to think about, because I just know, even though it's been 22 years since we played in one, I can go back to that moment, that week, everything in regards to the Super Bowl, and just how awesome it was to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Well, you and one other thing before we move on to the Super Bowl, the honors last night, Myles Garrett, Player of the Year defensively, JSN, Player of the Year offensively. What a great year he's had and up in Seattle. Stafford, though, age 37, the opposite of Luke Kuechly, right? Like playing for forever. First MVP. That's incredible, man.
It is, and I thought it was so great. Him with his 4 daughters last night, I thought that was awesome. And, just the way he spoke and how his career has been resurrected. And when he announced that, hey, I hope I'm not here next year. I hope I'm playing in it because I'm coming back. And to see McVay stand up and start clapping and everything. I mean, he's a heck of a player, man. I think we saw it firsthand twice this year. One time we were able to get the best of him. And listen, we can go back and relive our playoff game. Sometimes you have to tip your hat. In the words of John Fox, hey, they get paid also. And he gets paid handsomely for big-time passes, and he made some. And that throw and the touchdown pass to win the game was unbelievable, to be very honest.
Yeah. So now let's move to the Super Bowl being played in 2 days. Like you said, I'm never going to root for the Patriots, so I'm obviously taking the Seahawks. What about you?
Yeah, no, I love the Drake May story. Love everything about it. Love how he's such a team guy. I think Vrabel, we played against Vrabel and things like that. And certainly I think we have the scars from the Patriots. Especially it's going to be relived with watching Adam Vinatieri and all those kicks go through in the Hall of Fame process. But I'm a Seattle guy. I truly believe that. Love Sam Darnold to death. I've got to know him in Carolina, and just happy. I think that's the best team. Look, Jordan, we played both of those teams. I know our score was closer against Seattle than it was the Patriots, but I just think Seattle's the better football team, top to bottom. John Schneider, unbelievable general manager, and just I think Seattle. I think it's Seattle's game to win. But we'll see what happens. Crazy things happen, but I think it's Seattle.
What are your Super Bowl plans?
Jordan, as of now, I am going to be in Kentucky. I have selling a horse on Monday, and so I'll be flying out Sunday morning. So I will watch it in the hotel. A buddy of mine, we're both selling a horse on Monday, so we're going to fly up. So I will be at the hotel watching it.
All right, great. I will be in the air during the game. I'm in Idaho right now, and I have to go back to Utah. So neither one of you or I are having too amazing of a Super Bowl experience. Either way, I'll be catching it, excited to watch it. And, man, great talking to you. What a fun time for us, Jake, to get to celebrate our friend. And awesome episode, man. I look forward to our next one, whenever that is, whenever producer Matt tells us we're back on. But just been a great season with you, Jake. I'm sure appreciate it, man. I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man, and congratulations, T-Mac. Congratulations, Luke Kuechly, and congratulations, the Carolina Panthers organization. I think this is something that we're going to truly celebrate for a long time.
Amen. Talk to you soon. See ya.
Bye-bye.
This episode is brought to you in part by Uber Eats. Every time you sit down to watch the game, you find yourself getting a little hungry. Football and food just go together. Good thing Uber Eats has game day deals all season long. We're talking savings on your favorite eats and snacks, wings, pizza, chips, drinks, you name it. Whether it's from your favorite restaurant or straight from the grocery store, Uber Eats has deals on everything you need for game day. Get game day deals on Uber Eats. Order now.
This is Rob Gronkowski.
And Julian Edelman.
From Dudes on Dudes with Gronk and Jules.
Rob, I've never asked, are you a dips guy?
Like the workout? You can't tell?
No, I mean for your chips.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, of course.
You gotta try this new Daisy's French onion dip. Goes great on Sundays.
I like the sound of that. Everyone knows you need a good dip for game day. Personally, I like to dip everything I can. Veggies, crackers, chips. Heck, I might even dip a buffalo wing in there.
That reminds me, they also have Daisy's Ranch dip.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yup. Seems like a no-brainer on game day. So get out there and give the French onion dip a try. You won't regret it.
Lowe's knows you put in the work all season long. Now it's time to celebrate the ultimate Sunday, Super Bowl 60. Shop in-store or online for everything you need to gear up for the biggest game of the year. That means Pit Boss grills for your outdoor setup, officially licensed NFL gear for your fan cave, new LG appliances for hosting at home, and post-game cleaning supplies for when the crowd clears out. Head to Lowe's.com/NFL to shop for your Super Bowl 60 party now. Lowe's, official partner of Super Bowl 60.